I'm just thinking about the clips for this podcast. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna be looking like housewives, bro.
What are these guys talking about? What does this matter? This everything matters, guys. Everything in life matters. That's why a lot of people are stuck. If you start focusing on the little things, you'll start to get to the bigger things. What is up, guys? Welcome to episode number 12. This is Focus. We post every single Monday. My name is Lewis. We have Jacob here. We are both entrepreneurs. I run a videography production company, and I also grew a fitness page all the way to 100,000 followers.
Yeah, and my name is Jacob Rodriguez, and I have been running Puerto Vallarta Mexican restaurants. We have 8 restaurants in the state of Connecticut for about 2 years now.
Oh, yeah. Guys, we're going to be talking about transitioning to independence. So we're going to be talking about those of you who are leaving the house.
Taking that step out of your comfort zone, that first step, you know?
I'm really thinking about it because it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, depending on where you're at. But if you're going to take that step, some people don't have any choice but to take that step.
Yeah, family issues, stuff like that.
Depending on their family issues. But if you have the choice to stay at your house and save money, I would stay in your house. But if you have no choice and you're leaving your house, we're gonna fill you in exactly what you need to do, what to avoid, and how to win by yourself.
Also, I think one thing you said there is like, oh, if you have the choice, stay there. But look, sometimes you have to force yourself to get out of your comfort zone. There's a lot of people that I know that, you know, if they could live in their parents' house for the rest of their lives because their parents let them, they'll be there. But maybe you have to take that step to move out so you can actually start getting your shit together.
Okay, so now that you mentioned that, the goal is to not live in your parents' house forever. You need a plan, right?
Yeah, you want to have your own things. You want to have your own house, your own
yeah.
car. You don't want to be like a little parasite of your parents, you know,
No.
and just be like, you know, sucking all the money out of them. You never really want to be doing that.
That's if you're sucking the money out of that's even worse because
It's
that means
disgraceful, bro. It's disgraceful. You know, you should never. You should strive to be like, yeah, I'm gonna actually put my parents in retirement. You know, my dream is to buy my mom a house, my dad a house. You know, ever since I was young, I think I was like, you could literally ask my mom about this. I was like probably like 6, 7 years old. I said, Mom, when I'm older and I'm a millionaire, I'm gonna buy you a huge mansion and I'm gonna buy you a Ferrari.
Hey, bro.
And she still reminds me like every once in a while. But I was like, oh, you still owe me a mansion. I'm like, Mom, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's a process. I thought it was much easier when I was younger, you know, and it's not that easy.
That's awesome, man. You have a why. You actually had the same why I have. That's one of my goals when it comes to my parents, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would love to retire and give their parents the world.
Yeah.
But the first step that I would say when you're leaving your house is you got to learn how to budget. And, you know, when I first left my parents' house, I thought it was going to be a lot tougher. But it's actually a lot simpler than you think. I think I grew up pretty responsibly. Really responsible about my things. And maybe that's why I made it a little bit easier. But if you know how to budget correctly and not spend on things that you don't need to be spending on, things are going to be a lot easier for you. But budgeting is the number one. It's like that number one priority. If you don't know how to budget, you're not gonna be living by yourself for too long.
You have to audit yourself. So you have to audit yourself. When I say that is you have to analyze every single thing that you purchase on a day-to-day basis, on a month-to-month basis. So if you're a person that has Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, all these things, maybe they add up to $150. Do you really need all of those platforms to watch, you know, Netflix or series just for you to waste time? You could really just survive off of one platform and spend, you know, $10 instead of spending $150 on multiple platforms. So you have to audit yourself. You have to see, okay, how much do I spend on food? Oh, so I go out to eat 4 times a week. How much am I spending? Oh, okay, I spent $2,000 this month on food. You know what? I should really just be going out 1 day a week, and then I spend $400 on food instead of $2,000 on food.
Yeah.
And really know how to budget yourself as well. And honestly, you have to take into consideration your job because your job is super important. How much income you're bringing in to your household, to your personal household, and your personal finances. Because you obviously, it's easy as a kid, you know, not having to pay rent, not having to pay utilities at your parents' house. So to move out, you have to, think about that. You have to think about rent, think about utilities. You have to think about your car bill, your car note, everything like that.
Yeah. When I first started out, I didn't. I know a lot of people aren't gonna have like their dream job, and if you do, then that's even better. But if you're leaving your house and you don't have like that best job, and you're right in the middle, because this is where I found myself a couple years ago. I didn't have a lot of money, and I also wasn't broke. I had just enough to live, to do what I pay my bills, my expenses, go out a little bit. But if I would start spending, like you said, spending on things that I didn't need to, that's when I would, suffer.
Be a little tight, yeah, on your financial side.
But you really got to be careful on the things that you're spending on. And one of the things that I started doing in the house was, you got to be cooking a lot more, because going out, bro,
It's mad expensive.
It stacks
trust
up,
me,
man.
It adds up. That's what I was just saying. It's nowadays it's not crazy for a couple to spend $1,500 on going out in a month.
Yeah.
It's not crazy to say that anymore, or even $1,000. But if you think about that, $1,000 is a shit ton of money. $1,500 is a shit ton of money, and especially in this economy with everything, like all these prices are crazy high. You have to really analyze what you're spending money on, and it's obviously much cheaper to buy your own produce, cook at home, and you can even, like Luis priorly did, meal prep, and I used to meal prep as well. Is kind of just weighing your food, counting your food, and that also helps you on your health perspective as well.
Bro, that might be a hack. Start going to the gym, start getting healthy, start really getting into the fitness, and start meal prepping. You'll save so much money.
Oh, dude, but the gym is like, I don't know, man. I started spending more money when I started going to the gym, because I'm like, okay,
Really?
I need my pre-workout, I need my knee sleeves, I need my belt, I want
But those
to
are
have
one-time things, though.
I want to have my workout clothes. I swear I gotta be fitted when I'm at the gym. I don't know about you. I've been wearing simple shit, but still,
Yeah.
even then, I want to be like something comfortable. I don't really like really cheap clothes that
Bro,
you
I
can't
got
show
my.
off the
You know where I
physique,
got my clothes from the gym?
Where?
H&M.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Never heard of
Fucking $6-7 on the shirt, some shorts that'll go. Boom, I'm ready. I just want to work out. I got my meal. Boom, 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 boom.
I typically wait till like Gymshark or Young LA has like a sale, and so maybe their shorts go for
yeah.
like $9. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh fuck it, I'm gonna get a bunch of them.
You know what? I actually, for Black Friday, bro, I bulked up on clothes. So
Yeah.
I didn't need a lot of clothes from Gymshark.
Yeah.
From a gym, I mean.
Yeah.
But
Even then, see, we were budgeting when we were spending money,
Yeah,
so we're not
we were.
spending any money stupidly and just be like, okay, every single month I'm going to be getting a new pair of clothes, new pair of stuff. You have to really analyze what is a necessity and what is not a necessity. And there's many things that you just don't need. You don't need that extra pair of shoes. You don't need a new necklace. You don't need new stuff all the time. You just really have to analyze what you have and just be frugal with the way you spend. Analyze, like I said, audit yourself. See how much money you're bringing in, and really put a budget to how much money you could really spend month to month.
so prioritize. So prioritize your biggest expenses. This is what I did, right? I wrote down what I needed to, like, automatically what my money had to go to in order for me to keep my apartment. The rent's number one.
Yeah.
Your light bill,
Utilities. Yep.
utilities, right? Your light bill. If you have to pay water. Some apartments you don't have to pay water.
Sometimes it goes all included. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trash bill. They
I didn't have to pay any of that.
pay trash. Yeah.
Just light and rent, and then the car note,
Insurance.
insurance. If I had enough money for these, like my first check would go just on that, and if I was broke,
Gas.
forget it. Gas,
Yeah,
yeah,
so you have
gas
to plan
is super
for
important.
gas. Yeah, you have to really plan for that. Specifically, like me, like I drive a shit ton. So obviously, all my gas goes under the business, so it's not really like a personal expense. But even then, sometimes I'm driving like 7,000 miles, 8,000 miles in 1 month.
Damn, bro.
You believe that, bro? I put a
That's
lot of miles
crazy.
on my car just because I'm driving. Because, between all the restaurants, there's probably like a 65, 70-mile radius of how far each restaurant is. From like Stanford
Yeah.
to Avon, which is northern Connecticut, it's probably like 70 miles. So if you think about it, back and forth. Oh, I got to go to the store. I got to go to this. I got to get this. I got to get this. I'm driving crazy amount every single month. And then I'd be going to Manhattan too and everything like that once in a while. And so that also adds on to that. But you really have to plan of how much you're spending on gas because look, a gas tank, I filled up a gas tank like 2 days ago and it was like $70. I'm like, Jesus, man, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, everything's gonna get expensive.
Everything's super expensive, so you just have to plan out and budget yourself how much like you could really spend on unnecessary things, you know?
So yeah, that's the number one, budgeting. Gas, rent. Those are the first things that you need in order to even maintain where you're at. And then the second thing I would say, household management. So cooking, nutrition, bro, it's so easy. And this is,
Cleanliness.
bro, it's so important. Yeah, cleaning everything. And this is so important for your mental health. Because when you start living alone, it's easy to get lonely. It's easy to set your if you don't prioritize these things, you're not gonna be very good in the head and
Mentally, yeah, of course. I completely agree. There are some times where, like, something simple like not making your bed.
yeah.
It was, I used to not make my bed, and, it kind of, like, would make me a little depressed, low key. Like, it's not like, it's like, oh, wow, I'm so lazy that I can't even make my bed. And, you start doing these little habits of, like, making your bed, organizing your room, doing laundry, blah, blah, blah. You have to, manage every single one of those things. Like Luis is saying, cooking.
Cleaning
After
the
you cook,
bathroom,
it's
everything.
cleaning everything,
Everything.
maintaining. You want to have good hygiene. Good hygiene, obviously, that translates to your business. It translates to your business life. If you have good hygiene at home, you have good hygiene in the restaurant, you have good hygiene in your business, and people don't want to work with dirty people. I don't think clients
Yeah.
of Luis would work with him, and if he had holes in his shirts and didn't take a shower for a week,
Cockroaches on my
yeah,
back.
cockroaches on his back, bro. No, the people want to work with someone that could present himself correctly, and Luis the other day he was doing a project for Genesis, right? The dealership.
Oh yeah.
You don't think? Do you think Luis showed up to the dealership in short shorts and a tank top? No, bro.
Absolutely not.
Showed up in a suit. He showed up with his blazer. He showed up with a button down, dress pants, dress shoes, and present himself as a professional way. And that's what attracts people to work with you because they want to work with someone who's professional, just as professional as they are. And I think that's why Luis got the job there.
I feel like a lot of people they project that professionalism into themselves, and at their house they live like a different life.
Oh yeah, 100%. They're slobs at home, or even their cars.
It depending on it comes all to mindset, but when we speak about these things, we're looking at things through a business perspective, and in order for us to like run our businesses, we need as many things to be clear and less going on through our heads, because I can already assume that Jacob, you probably have like a million things going through your head, and the less things that we have to deal with in our lives, the easier our things are going to be.
Minimize your problems. That's really minimizing your problems. Yeah. You don't want to have to, like Luis said, oh, I have 100 miles left till I have to do my oil change. If I have time right now, let me just do my oil change right now and not have to wait and have a problem or have something go wrong with my car. You know what I mean?
So yeah, that's why we're mainly talking about like those little details, because all these little details matter. And you also got to think about, what if one day you want company in your house and they walk into your house and it's all looking disgusting.
I'm not coming back.
You're not gonna have no more company, bro.
No more company. Yeah.
And for guys, I mean, if you want the girls in your house,
you gotta look clean.
Clean your house.
Especially,
bro.
I mean, obviously, girls are gonna be way more cleansy than guys most of the time. But even then, it's attractive for a girl to see like a nice room from a guy and stuff like that. But you gotta think about it. Mommy, daddy not gonna be home anymore. Mommy, daddy are gonna clean up your stuff.
No, they're not.
Mommy, daddy's not gonna pick up that stained underwear you got in the bathroom. You gotta fucking.
That's
gross. You gotta clean. You gotta
true,
clean up
though.
that shit, bro. You gotta clean
Yeah.
up that shit. And honestly, it really shows how you represent yourself. And I think honestly, the cleaner your house is, the cleaner your room is, you honestly could just think straight.
You will be, yeah.
You could think
Yeah.
straight. You don't have to like
Exactly.
It's just like a mess. Like when you have to find stuff like that you don't have organized in your house, it just wastes time, and you don't want to do that. especially nowadays where every single second is so valuable. You want to know exactly where your things are. Boom, 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 boom. Move quick. Simple as that.
Bro, I'm just thinking about the clips for this podcast. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna be looking like housewives, bro.
What are these guys talking about? What does this matter? Everything matters, guys. Everything in life matters. That's why a lot of people are stuck because they feel like a lot of things shouldn't matter, but they do. If you start focusing on the little things, you'll start to get to the bigger things.
And I mean, if you're balling, you should have the same exact feeling. So make sure you organize your room perfectly so that if you have that satisfaction of coming home to a clean room, a clean house.
Dude, the first thing I do when I wake up is clean my room because when I get back from the gym,
Yeah.
the energy is different. When I walk into my room, I automatically just want to work. I don't have to be thinking about like, oh, there's cluster around
Yeah.
this. The moment you start thinking about this, then you start to procrastinate. Because now you know you got to get stuff done in order to get to the other stuff. And you could be that person to let that to the side and get to work, but that's still going to be behind you. It's still going to slightly affect you. And the whole point of running a business is you want to be as smooth sailing. Tackle these little things in speed. You want speed, and don't think about it. Just do it.
Don't think, just do.
Don't think, just do.
Don't think, just do. Yeah, I think everything he said there is very factual. I think, especially I feel like our audience is very young. I feel like we have a younger audience, probably like, a little younger than us. And so obviously everybody has that wish of, having their own place and stuff like that. But like we said, analyze your skills, analyze what you can do, what you can't do. Like, okay, you want to move out, but you don't know how to cook. That's going to be a huge issue when you move out. You don't have to force yourself to learn how to cook. Force yourself how to make eggs. Force yourself how to make, obviously you're not just going to be eating a bowl of cereal every single day for dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You have to plan ahead certain things. And, I think, practicing and improving your skills. Like I remember there's some time where I was living at home and I wanted to get good at cooking. So what I do, I just search up videos of like recipes and stuff like that. So I search up, how do I make like a lemon chicken? And so I'd make a lemon chicken at home. How do I make a pasta? So I'd make a pasta at home. And so I learned how to do these little simple skills just from like the curiosity of it. And so same thing when it comes to home, I obviously like, okay, how do you do your laundry correctly? Because it's good to have like a good smelling clothes. I mean, people love that stuff. And then also, prioritizing cleanliness, like you're cleaning your room, cleaning your bathroom, cleaning all those type of stuff, even though you might overlook it, which is super important that you don't.
Dude, I like that you mentioned like looking up videos and stuff to. If you don't know how to cook, we have the internet. We live in
the best.
Exactly. We
best
live in a time where you can find literally anything on the internet. And personally, I grew up. I wasn't taught a lot growing up. Everything that I know, bro, YouTube was my biggest parent. I go to YouTube, I learn everything. Everything I learned was through YouTube. And so if you don't know how to cook, go to YouTube. And hopefully you know how to make some eggs. But it's important to learn how to cook because you don't want to be eating out all the time, especially like junk food and all that, because that's going to weigh down. That's going to make you feel that not as motivated and stuff when you start feeding yourself those types of food. You want to get good nutrition in your system.
Nothing is more satisfying than eating your own food. There is nothing more. I swear to God, food tastes 10 times better when you cook it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that's my opinion. Like, it's like, okay, I'm going to make myself a steak. And then I like taste my own steak. I'm like, damn, this is good, man. This is good. This is good stuff. Who's that handsome chef that cooked this today? Myself. And so you got to really think about that. So it's like, it's nice to like learn and improve and, improve all your skills because, I think as a person, you really have to build on things that you like. And I personally enjoy cooking. There's some people that hate the kitchen, hate fire, hate anything with heat. So obviously not for everyone, but you have to try to, get as well versed in every single little subject as you can. Yeah.
Learning how to cook is a hack, bro. And to get to anybody, you can get to them through the stomach, especially the girls, bro. If you know how to cook, if you get a girl over, you got a nice little meal prepped and everything, like some cook. She's falling in love with you, bro. She's gonna fall in love with you.
They'd be surprised, man. They'd be surprised. They're like, oh, wow, that man knows how to cook.
Yeah, bro.
He knows how to clean. I'm about to make him a house. What is it called? A house husband.
How? Damn, that's Gen Z.
I'm
That's
gonna
so
retire him. It's Gen Z, bro. It's a new generation. Maybe you can
Yeah,
take
it's-
over that housewife position.
that's crazy. No, but bro, girls love that. Girls love that. And yeah,
And then honestly, all these little skills help you improve your emotional state. I think it clears up your mind to so many things, and I think it kind of motivates yourself as well.
It
Like,
does.
because
Yeah.
if you could improve on these simple skills, like it's like, oh shit, I can do this. What else can I do? And you kind of explore different type of routes of things you could improve, and obviously analyze what you're doing in your life. If you're someone that drinks, every single day and has a drink every single day, what can you do to cut that off? What can you do to improve your lifestyle? Because you really want to try to live the healthiest lifestyle you can. And obviously, there's going to be a little bit of imbalance in certain things. Like, for example, they say it's not healthy to work over 40 hours, but, sometimes I'm working 70, 80 hours a week. And just those are things you might have to force yourself to do. But what else can I do to maintain my life healthy? So it's like, okay, I wake up super early and I go to the gym, and then I have the rest of the day to work, and it keeps my mental state very, very stable. Because, honestly, if I wasn't able to go to the gym in the morning, I think I'd go crazy. Because I'm someone who's super subconscious about my body, and
Yeah.
I want to make sure I have a good presentation. And obviously, I'm not fucking Chris Bumstead, and I don't look exactly how I want to look, but I'm also like to feel confident about myself. I like to feel like I'm attractive. I like to feel like I'm someone of value. And so those little things help me kind of get there.
yeah. Those working out is super. Working out is super important. It definitely builds confidence. Working out. The last thing I wanted to talk about was emotional independence, and this is one of the things that you're going to start to feel, right? Coping with loneliness
Tough.
and building self resilience. So, and now you're living by yourself. Depending if you have a roommate or anything, we're assuming that you're living by yourself or you're planning on living by yourself. You gotta get yourself prepared that there's nobody gonna be around you, right? I guess you got the phone. You could talk to people on the phone, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be alone.
You got yourself.
You got yourself, and you have to, you growing up, brother. You're growing up, and you have to be independent and realize there's not nobody to fall on anymore, and that you have to really put yourself in the game now.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's super tough because, life is actually like a really lonely road. I don't think that's not emphasized enough. I think life is like, especially like when you're trying to improve your life and get better and, improve your skills. There's no one gonna be behind you supporting you most of the time. Maybe you have a friend there that's trying to support you in little things, but like at the end of the day, it's you and just you and you. It's just you, yourself, and I. So it's just kind of like you got to motivate yourself. You gotta like build that wall so it's like you don't get lonely, you don't get affected by those things, because loneliness can lead you to bad decisions, bad habits, and that's the
Exactly,
worst
yeah.
thing that could happen in
Yeah.
your life.
And yeah, you know what? That might be a lesson that you actually have to learn
The hard way.
yeah, the hard way. Yeah, you got to experience it, and it's kind of hard to tell people not to do things because we learn,
The
we all
tough
learn.
way,
We're human. We all learn some different ways, but uh, we're mentioning it so you can be aware of it.
Yeah. I mean, like, look, you go home and you're living with your parents. You still get to talk to your parents. You
Yeah.
have that little interaction with them. And, you don't know how good it is till you don't have it anymore. And so it's like, okay, now that I don't live with my parents, it's like, oh, damn, I really miss my mom. I really miss my dad. And I can't really have that communication as often with them as I did before. I'd make them a call, stuff like that. But it's not the same as, like, seeing them eye to
Yeah.
eye and having that connection there, or even having like a home cooked meal. There's nothing better than that. And so it's just kind of like building yourself up. You're becoming from a young adult to an adult, and it's just taking that that step to be able to start living by yourself and have that independence and that emotional independence, which is super important, super key. And any entrepreneur needs to have emotional independence. They cannot be like a tick sucking onto somebody else just for everything for themselves to make them feel better. And I see a lot of people like that. I see a lot of people's like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna take that risk because I'm gonna be by myself. You need to learn how to be by yourself. You need to learn how to do things by yourself. You know, I was talking to someone yesterday. It's like this year, I'm not going to be working New Year's. This is my first time not working New Year's, 5 years.
Really?
5 years. I work New Year's every single year. And it's the worst because I close the restaurant. So when it's midnight, I'm here by myself. And it's like, shit, dude, I feel bad. I see everybody at parties. I see everybody out with their family, blah, blah, blah. Super lonely. And it's just like, it is what it is. You have to do what you do. It's another day. And so those are sacrifices that other people don't see and probably don't even think about. But it's just kind of like you have to do them. And you have to have that the emotional independence and intelligence to be able to overcome those things. And, don't ever be scared of missing out. And I think that's a big thing.
FOMO, fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out. I
Yeah.
think most people do have that fear of missing out. It's like, oh, I'm not going to the party. Oh, I'm not going to be able to drink with the people.
Nah, bro. Yeah.
Don't be like that. Honestly,
No.
be fine with being by yourself. Be fine with like finding hobbies by yourself.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's all you got. You got yourself, and you don't ever want to rely on someone else for your life. Because at the end of the day, the only person you can rely on is yourself.
Bro, parties, women, alcohol, drugs. That's always gonna be around, right? Don't do alcohol or drugs, or you can do some alcohol, depending on where you're at, where you
do
stay.
a little bit of
You can
drugs,
do a little bit of
alcohol.
alcohol, not drugs. Stay
A
away
little
from
bit
the
of
drugs.
coke.
But the point is, the parties and the women are never gonna leave. Don't feel like you're gonna miss out on that because you're not.
Yeah.
The one thing that you're going to be missing out if you don't take advantage of is the opportunities. Take advantage of the opportunities because that you might not get the opportunity again.
Oh, no, it's not. You won't. You will not get.
You will
that
not get.
opportunity
You won't get the same opportunities. You'll
won't
probably
get the
get
same.
different ones, but you will
Yeah.
not get the same ones.
Same opportunities.
But don't feel like you're missing out on parties or women because the same thing that you're going to experience at a party now, you could experience it here in 10 years or in 20 years. Nothing's gonna change. It's gonna be the same thing. Bottle girls, the VIP. We're getting
Yeah.
drunk. Well, it's the same thing. To me, I'm at the point where that's stupid.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because actually, someone very close to me had the opportunity to go manage the company he works with. He got the opportunity to go manage a restaurant in Massachusetts, and at first he used to be like skeptical of that. It's like, oh, I'm going to be away from home for so much time. They're going to cover my hotel, they're going to cover my transportation, but I'm just going to miss being home and having my own things. And then he eventually took the step and he's like, you know what? I'm going to go over there because these opportunities don't come twice. I'm getting this great opportunity.
What was
that
he
they're gonna
doing, though?
cover my managing a restaurant.
Okay.
So he got this great opportunity to manage different restaurants with different people, new groups, and he can learn more and to self-improve himself. Maybe he missed out on a weekend or something going out with his friends for one night, but hopefully those friends are still there the next week and you can still go out with them the next week or whatever. But he's constantly looking to improve himself and his knowledge and learn every single little system and concepts that he can do to improve himself. And I think that's great because it's tough. You have to make the decisions like, okay, am I gonna do what everybody else does, or am I gonna work on myself and improve myself and my skills? And so he had that great opportunity of going out, and so he didn't have any FOMO, fear of missing out. And so obviously he thought about it at the beginning, but then he overcame it, and now he's having a great time learning new skills and new assets.
Yo, have you ever been to a club sober?
I don't go to clubs. I've been to a club one time in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I went to Live in Miami,
Yeah.
and that was the only time I've been to a club. I don't go to clubs.
Well,
Yeah, he's like, you ever been to a club sober, bro?
dude, I used to go to clubs like crazy, but
You used to go sober?
no. The only reason I'm mentioning if you ever been sober is because it's a reality.
Everybody else looks stupid as
Bro,
fuck.
it's a reality check.
Yeah.
You start to realize how stupid it is.
Yeah.
Dude, I personally, I'm the person to go to parties and clubs, and I'm thinking about like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, damn, I could be doing this, I could be doing that. But go to a club sober, and you'll start to realize how stupid it is.
I think, yeah, I mean, everybody has like their own niche and has things
Yeah.
that they like and that they don't like. honestly, I've never been a person that likes to, hang around people that like to drink a lot or do drugs or stuff like that. I've kind of built my own independence. It's like, okay, what do I enjoy? I like cars, so maybe I'll go out and hang out with people that have like cars or something like that, or maybe I'll go to like a car museum. But I'm not someone that will go to a club and try to get drunk, blackout drunk. Because I know people that their goal is on weekends get blackout drunk, and so it's like, do I really want to be like them and have liver problems when I'm 50 years old? Fuck no, dude. I'm fine. I'm fine the way I am.
Yeah. Well, my livers are done.
Oh damn, your liver's done, bro.
No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, transitioning to independence.
Yeah,
It's
and I think FOMO is a big part of that. Is transitioning to
It's
the
part of it,
independence,
yeah.
because
It's part of it.
you have to learn how to control yourself, because mom and dad's not going to be there telling you to get home at 9 p.m. You have that liberty to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But control yourself. Like, don't try to go out every single day and get yourself into horrible situations financially or emotionally by going out every single day. So you have to kind of build that independence where, like, control yourself. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to stay home and read today. And you know what? Actually, I really enjoy that. I'm going to start doing it more often, read, or even improve yourself, improve your business, and get better in certain skills. And that's something that Luis and I do all the time. Yesterday I saw Luis in the bar in Orange. He was not drinking. He was editing videos. It's it's kind of like, okay, I'm doing the same thing. So I was over there. Obviously, I don't edit videos, but I'm working on the business, taking business calls, stuff like that. And honestly, thank God I'm in a great position where I have so much work to do that I have no time for myself, and I don't have to like worry about, the fear of missing out and stuff like that, because I'm happy with the way I'm doing life right now. But just think about it. Think about keeping yourself busy, and honestly, that keeps most of your problems away if you keep yourself busy and improve your own skill sets.
Yeah. Well, guys, if you want to live by yourself, it's not hard. You just have to prioritize what's important. Prioritize your rent, your expenses. Learn how to manage your time. Keep the environment clean so you have peace of mind and have more motivation to work on your business or to go to work and feel a little bit better about yourself, right? And emotional independence, you can start building that along the way. It's part of it. Once you start living by yourself and you start experiencing that loneliness and that those emotions, you're gonna build some character with that.
And if you build these like this base at a young age, it opens up your opportunities for the future of your life, and the maturity of it, because a lot of it is maturity. And so if you build this strong base, it opens up so many opportunities for you.
Yeah, I think we're
all set.
we're
Yeah,
good right there. Well, guys,
this is the end of the podcast.
yeah, I'm gonna
Episode number 12.
cut this part out. How do you want to end it? Do you just end it like
The
that?
outro. The outro. We always do. Stay focused.
Okay. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to drop a like. These videos are free. Drop a like for us
Share.
Share this video.
Share this video.
And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Stay focused. Every single Monday we are here. Peace.
Peace.